Hello students, glad to see you again. Today, we are going to study about narrative text. It is for junior and senior high school students. Alright, what is narrative text? Apa itu teks narasi? It is a kind of text which tells about fictitious or imaginative story chronologically, yaitu merupakan suatu jenis teks yang menceritakan tentang cerita fiktif atau imajinasi secara kronologis. Now, the purpose of narrative text, tujuan dari teks narasi. It is used to entertain or to amuse the reader with a story, yaitu digunakan untuk menghibur pembaca dengan cerita tersebut. Now, the types of narrative text. Tipe dari teks narasi. Yang pertama, the first, legend, cerita legenda. The second, myth, cerita mitos. The third, yang ketiga, fable, cerita binatang. The fourth, fairy tale, dongeng. The fifth, folk tale, cerita rakyat. The sixth, fiction, cerita fiktif. The seventh, short story, cerita pendek. Dan yang terakhir, the last year is history, sejarah. Alright. Now, the language features of narrative text. Fitur-fitur bahasa dari teks narasi. The first, yang pertama, simple past tense. Here, using verb to. Menggunakan bentuk simple past dengan menggunakan bentuk kata kerja kedua. For examples, contohnya, killed, drank, ran, etc. And then now the second, using adverb of time, menggunakan keterangan waktu. For example, once upon a time, dahulu kala, one day, suatu hari, etc. And the third, yang ketiga, using time conjunction, menggunakan konjungsi waktu. For example, contohnya, when, ketika, while, saat, when, then, lalu, and then suddenly, tiba-tiba, and etc. The fourth, yang keempat, using action verbs, menggunakan kata kerja aksi. For example, walked, ran, sat, etc. And the fifth, here using direct speech, menggunakan kalimat langsung. For example, the turtle said, I want to look for some food. That's the language features of the narrative text. And now, the generic structures of narrative text. Bentuk genre atau struktur-struktur genre dari teks narasi. The first, yang pertama, orientation. It is about introduction of the characters, the place, and the time of the story. Yaitu berupa pengenalan dari karakter-karakter atau tokoh-tokoh, tempat, dan juga waktu dalam cerita tersebut. The second, complication. The problems are developed in the story. Itu merupakan masalah-masalah yang dikembangkan dalam cerita tersebut. Jadi semakin panjang suatu cerita itu, komplikasinya semakin banyak. And then, the third, resolution. Resolution here where the problems are solved in the story. Yaitu berupa masalah-masalah yang diselesaikan dalam suatu cerita tersebut. And then, reorientation or coda or evaluation. Here, talk about the lesson of the story or the evaluation of the story. Jadi, di sini berisi tentang pelajaran dari cerita tersebut atau the moral value, nilai moral dalam suatu cerita tersebut. Alright. Usually it is placed in the end of the story, di akhir cerita. Now, we go to the example of narrative text. Here we have the story about the rabbit and the turtle. One day, a rabbit was boasting about how fast he could run. He was laughing at the turtle for being so slow. Much to the rabbit's surprise, the turtle challenged him to a race. The rabbit thought this was a good joke and accepted the challenge. The fox was to be the umpire of the race. As the race began, the rabbit raced way ahead of the turtle, just like everyone thought. The rabbit got to halfway point and could not see the turtle anywhere. He was hot and tired and decided to stop and take a short nap. All this time, the turtle kept walking step by step. He never quit, no matter how hot or tired he got. He just kept going. However, the rabbit slept longer than he had thought and woke up. He could not see the turtle anywhere. He went at full speed to the finish line, but found the turtle there waiting for him. All right. The title of the story is The Rabbit and the Turtle. And here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 paragraphs. The first paragraphs, it's called, paragraf pertama di sini disebut dengan, yes, right, orientation, orientasi. Alright, and then in the end of the story, di paragraf terakhir, you can find the moral value of the lesson. Alright, now we go to the exercises. Alright, let's do the exercises. Number 1. Identify the generic structures of the text and explain them. Identifikasi struktur-struktur genre dari teks tersebut dan jelaskan. And then, number 2. What is the type of the text? Apa jenis teks tersebut? Explain it. Jelaskan, terangkan. Termasuk jenis yang apa? Alright? Number 3. Write the moral value of the text. Tuliskan nilai moral pada cerita tersebut. And then, number 4, identify the language features and give some examples. Identifikasi fitur-fitur bahasa dan berikan beberapa contoh. Alright? That's all for today. Thank you, and I say wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.